why a nature restoration project in Madison is drawing concern from some who live nearby.
Plus, an alert day is in the forecast for tomorrow as the snow moves in. We'll have your first warn forecast.
And later, how a local small-town community is making sure everyone who served gets the appreciation they deserve. That's all coming up right now at 10. Thank you for joining us tonight. The first measurable snowfall of the season expected tomorrow morning.
That's right, and depending on where you live, it could impact your morning commute. Let's go to Chief Meteorologist Gary Cadalti with our certified most accurate forecast. Gary?
Eric, that's why we have the alert day of the forecast. I think everybody's just going to have to be aware that you're going to be dealing with slippery road conditions probably for the morning commute, because that's when the snow is expected to move in. The time lapse from the WISC-TV sky cam shows hazy sunshine for much of the day, and then the clouds started to thicken up a little bit in the afternoon, although we did see a pretty nice sunset in the west. But skies are mostly cloudy now. On Doppler tracks, some light snow showing up. A lot of that over southern Wisconsin, not reaching the ground. The snow across southwestern Iowa that's what'll be in here tomorrow morning. High temperatures today generally in the 30s. Janesville had a little more sunshine. They made it up to 45. Milwaukee hit 42 and Kenosha was 43, but temperatures just barely above freezing in the Dells, and right now they're right at freezing in Madison, the Dells, Camp Douglas, about that. Janesville actually a little colder at 30 degrees. Here across Dane County, temperatures 31 in Edgerton and Stoughton, 35 degrees across Plains, and 34 up in Wanakee. But we do have that alert day in the forecast for tomorrow for occasional light snow, a little snow for much of the day, but not accumulate at a very rapid rate, but still about 1 to 3 inches of snow expected through tomorrow night, with maybe a little additional snowfall in some spots on Wednesday. Look for temperatures to hold nearly steady in the upper 20s to the lower 30s overnight. Light snow developing toward morning. Later on, I'll take a look at a big drop in temperatures as we head toward the end of the week once we have some snow on the ground.
Gary, thank you. And as the snow moves in, it's a great time to stay up to date on your local forecast with our free First Warn weather app. Your forecast, interactive radar, and more. It's all in the palm of your hand. Residents living in a West Madison neighborhood are upset about the city's restoration plans for a nearby creek.
This is the Sauk Creek and Greenway area. Both residents and city officials know it has to be restored due to urban water runoff. But at issue is how to do it. Arman Rahman explains.
Yeah, guys, city engineering began looking at possibly removing trees for the project back in 2018. The number considered invasive or unhealthy was in the thousands, which is why residents want a clear plan and a say in it to make sure they don't lose that much of the green space in their own backyard.
I see eagles up here sometimes. I see hawks, foxes, we have coyotes, we have deer.
Some West Side residents, like Gwen Long, are worried that the little window to nature in their backyard is in jeopardy with the city's work to restore the Sauk Creek Greenway.
We still don't even have a good idea of what the city is planning because they're not sharing the plans with us.
City engineering says urban runoff from development upstream has aggressively eroded the channel, and unhealthy trees are falling and causing even more erosion.
It's impacting Old Sauk trails. It's impacting Business Park ponds, Pheasant Branch Creek, and Lake Mendota.
In 2018, the project included a survey which identified that out of the 5,595 trees in the Greenway, only 976 were quality trees, causing residents to fear.
So they take out all the trees, whether they were good, healthy, oaks and maples or whatever.
But city officials say
that does not mean that 5,000 trees are subject to removal or even being considered for that. It's just a matter of those are the trees that we had to look at.
The department says after the 2018 flood, they have to start from scratch.
We have no plan right now.
But Long and her neighbor, Randy Brugman, say,
I think they do have a plan. I think the plan is to come in, and from what we've picked up is basically clear cut.
That's why their group, Friends of Sauk Creek, is asking City Council Tuesday to pull money for the project from the capital budget.
Until we have community engagement and we have the ability to have impact on what this looks like at the end of the day, because we have to live with it.
City engineering says they plan to get more community input next spring. But when asked if removing trees was still on the table,
the reality of some projects includes solutions that potentially could take some trees down.
It needs maintenance. It needs some trees to be cleared out. We welcome that work, but it doesn't mean they need clear cuts.
And at tomorrow's meeting, City Engineering is requesting an additional $1.5 million as a placeholder over the next 4 years if the project continues.
Armand, thank you. And next tonight, authorities have yet to reveal a motive after a deadly shooting at the University of Virginia. Police say a 22-year-old student shot 5 other students last night, killing 3 players on the school's football team, injuring 2 others. The suspect was a member of the team in 2018. He was arrested about 80 miles away without incident. Now, former Badger wide receiver Devin Chandler was one of 3 people fatally shot in this attack. Chandler played in 6 games for the Badgers last year and 4 games in 2020, including the Duke's Mayo Bowl, before transferring to Virginia after last season. UW interim head coach Jim Leonard releasing a statement today reading in part, quote, "He had a lasting impact on his team even after he left UW, which is a testament to the type of person he was. His personality was infectious, and he was a joy to be around. Our team is hurting for him and his family."
New tonight, federal agents believe a recent string of threats and false reports of shooters at high schools and colleges across the U.S. may be coming from outside of the country. You may remember Madison East High School was the target of one of these last month, as well as more than a dozen other schools in Wisconsin on the same day. Today, an FBI official says a total of around 250 colleges and 100 high schools have been targeted. Around the state, investigators are recommending criminal charges against 2 teenagers in connection with a bonfire explosion at a party last month that's injured several people. The Shawano County Sheriff's Office is asking prosecutors to charge a 17-year-old from Green Bay with second-degree reckless injury, and a 16-year-old Pulaski boy could face the same charges in juvenile court. Officials say as many as 40 people may have been hurt when a drum filled with gas and diesel fuel was tossed into the fire and exploded.
People who have worked for years on the Madison public market hope to be able to see construction well underway by now, but it hit a roadblock in the summer, and now city alders have a new idea to fill a significant funding gap to get things back on track. It's an amendment to the mayor's 2023 budget. The plan uses tax incremental financing, or TIF money, to help close a multi-million-dollar budget shortfall. But some critics of the latest idea say the money should go to other projects on Madison's south side. But Alder Saeed Abbas said the public market would benefit the entire city.
This is not about south side versus north side or east side versus west side. This is a City of Madison project for the public, where there's a huge component of community of colors and social justice component.
The Common Council will hold public comment and deliberation meetings on the 2023 budget starting tomorrow night and vote to finalize it by the end of the week.
A small town in southwest Wisconsin is going above and beyond to make sure area veterans know their service is appreciated, decades and even centuries after they've returned from war. Leah Lynchide reports from her hometown of Highland.
This, to me, has always been Cardinal country.
Be biased, but these gentlemen agree.
I've been here all my life.
There's always a welcome home waiting for you in Highland, Wisconsin.
I was in the Army, in the infantry, stationed near Pleiku, Dak To, Vietnam.
I got drafted into the Army in July of 1969. Was sent to Vietnam in November.
Taking a tour of the jungles out there every day.
Ron Riggles and Dennis Stepanek both returned to Highland after the war.
I, for the most part, when I came home, kind of stayed secluded for a while.
Not everybody was supportive of the soldiers that were coming back, but in Highland, we had very good support.
The support they received here is still evident decades later. Even high schoolers, generations removed from the war and the resulting unrest in the U.S., want to make sure their service is recognized.
The concept came from a high school senior here by the name of Isabella Tucker.
All of the seniors in school have a senior project that they're supposed to complete before graduation.
She came before a VFW meeting and asked permission to do a Vets Memorial.
There was only like an American flag and some small little like tombstone with like a cutout of a soldier. And now, here we are.
A years-long effort, lasting long after Isabel's senior year, resulting in a Veterans Memorial Wall. There are more than a few familiar names here for anyone from Highland, but no one knew how the idea would grow.
We were anticipating somewhere in the neighborhood of 200-some names maybe to put on this wall.
I had no idea it would get as much support as it did, like that fast.
Just kept adding and adding and adding, and At this point, we're at 800 plus names. So this wall is at least 3 times as large as what we had anticipated.
But this wall is really just the start. Yet another project, spearheaded by another student, recently unveiled at Highland High School.
We'll have a list of all the veterans, their name, and probably what branch they serve in.
It was Grant Hing's senior project, now a student at UW-Platteville.
Kids can see it every day when they walk and know that they're free because all the people that are there served from their community.
Highland, it is evident, is so proud of its servicemen and women.
And to see a veterans wall being put up here in Cardinal Country.
Not one wall, but 2, to honor their own and say.
I think to me the wall says, thank you for your service. But more importantly, as a Vietnam vet, I feel that it says, welcome home.
In my hometown, I'm Leah Lynchide for News 3 Now.
A number of Highland businesses donated their time and talents to help build the wall. Among them, Mark Laufenberg of Laufenberg Masonry and Mike Flynn of Flynn Concrete.
We would also be remiss if we didn't thank Ron and Dennis for their service and call out Ron in particular. You might have noticed the combat infantry badge on Ron's hat. That is a military decoration awarded to soldiers who fought in active ground combat in the war.
Still ahead tonight, your full forecast and how the city's street department is getting ready for the first measurable snowfall of the season.
So with a Planet Fitness Black Card, I'll get a post-workout glow like that guy.
Everybody knows that you need to glow.
And I get a free Amazon Halo to track my fitness and sleep.
Get the PF Black Card for 0 enrollment, $24.99 a month, and get a free Amazon Halo View. Ends November 15th.
Dear Detour, you took us off-road on the gnarliest trails. You asked us to measure up. So yeah, we did. When life slings you mud, sling it right back. Stay strong, Toyota trucks.
Get 3.49% APR for 48 months on a new Toyota Corolla, Camry, RAV4, Highlander, or Tacoma. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Moderate to severe eczema still disrupts my skin. Despite treatment, it disrupts my skin with itch. It disrupts my skin with rash. But now, I can disrupt eczema with Rinvoq. Rinvoq is not a steroid, topical, or injection. It's one pill once a day that's effective without topical steroids. Many taking Rinvoq saw clear or almost clear skin, while some saw up to 100% clear skin. Plus, they felt fast itch relief, some as early as 2 days. That's Rinvoq relief.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers, including lymphoma and skin cancer. Death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occurred. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Disrupts the itch and rash of eczema. Talk to your doctor about Rinvoq.
Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
Here's to the holidays. Here's to the casserole queens and Santas who saute. To the turkeys brined in beer, and well, just beer. To the ones who do the most, and the ones who do the least. To the classic traditions, and whatever you call this one. This year, no matter how you holiday, Festival has you covered. Festival Foods, a Wisconsin tradition since 1946.
So with a Planet Fitness Black Card, I'll get a post-workout glow like that guy.
Everybody knows that you need to glow.
And I get a free Amazon Halo to track my fitness and sleep.
Get the PF Black Card for 0 enrollment, $24.99 a month, and get a free Amazon Halo View. Ends November 15th.
Kerry Washington is on the Jennifer Hudson Show. Plus, the star of Kerry's new series, Reasonable Doubt. Welcome Emma Yassi Coronati. Then, former Idol finalist David Archuleta is here.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
And some big election news tonight. Multiple outlets reporting that Democrat Katie Hobbs will win the governor's race in Arizona, defeating Kari Lake, a prominent defender of former President Trump, who has called the 2020 presidential election rigged. She has already cast doubt on the election results this year. While we wait for the snow to hit, the Madison Streets Division is busy tonight getting ready for the morning commute.
But the city employees driving those snowplows are the same ones who drive leaf pickup trucks. McKenna Alexander explains what to expect for your leaf piles if the snow arrives before they can be collected. McKenna?
Yeah, officials from Madison Street Department tell me the best thing people can do these next few weeks is be patient as drivers from the city attempt to divide their time between two very important jobs.
Sometimes these seasons overlap in ways that are super inconvenient for our operations, but we make it work.
As City of Madison Street Division employees work to complete their third and final leaf collection round, a forecast for snow is poorly timed, but not impossible to navigate.
Staffing-wise, whether or not we're able to do leaf collection the same time we're doing the snow fighting stuff, unlikely. Probably, so it'll cause some delays in our response, but we fully expect to be able to get back to leaf collection once the snow stops.
You can check for your pickup date at cityofmadison.com/yard waste. Johnson says to expect delays in initial pickup and the street sweeping that follows, given that process uses water, so temperatures need to rise before crews can go out.
So that could also create some frustrations out there because you'll see some, the leaves are in the street. We don't like that either after we collect them, but with the temperature sort of handcuffs us as far as our ability to come out and sweep afterwards.
If you're worried about future snowstorms getting in the way of your leaf pickup, there is another option, bringing your leaf piles straight to the city. Johnson says residents can check their leaf drop-off location at cityofmadison.com/drop-off sites. He stresses how important it is to check that site before you load up your car with leaf bags, because the hours and locations this year are different from those in years past. So for all those links that mentioned in our story, you can just visit our website at channel3000.com.
McKenna, thank you. Next tonight, the post office is looking for volunteers to answer letters to Santa. Once verified, these volunteers can look through letters children have written to Santa and anonymously purchase gifts for the writer. The Operation Santa program has existed for more than 100 years.
Well, let's go to Gary now for the latest details on what's coming and also a look back at some storms in the area's history.
Yeah, this is Winter Weather Awareness Week in Wisconsin, so I suppose it's appropriate that we get our first good snow tomorrow, but sometimes the snow comes down a little bit heavier than what we're expecting tomorrow. Take a look at that video. That's from December 3rd, 1990. I just started here at the station 3 months before, and we had 64-mile-an-hour wind gusts. The snow was coming down at the rate of about 2 inches per hour with thunder snow during the height of the storm. And then about 10 years ago, right before Christmas, we had another big storm. This one on December 20th of 2012. This storm dumped about 15 inches of snow in Madison, but to the southern parts of Dane County got over 20 inches of snow. And boy, you can just see how bad it was there. And what's kind of interesting, if you take a look at our Madison top 2-day snowfalls, of course, the blizzard of 1990, the big one, that all occurred in one day, 17.3 inches. But take a look at some of these other ones. And one thing you notice is that the heavy snows are either early in the season or late in the season. So the ones in December are actually technically in late fall. It's before winter starts. And then the one in March in 1971, right about as spring starts. So that's when the air is a little bit warmer, can hold a little more moisture, but still cold enough for snow. So something to keep in mind this time of year. 3 things you need to know in our forecast: the snow that we're expecting for tomorrow, light snow for the most part for tomorrow and tomorrow night. And then unseasonably cold weather for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Temperatures 20 to 25 degrees below normal, and then rain and snow showers for next Wednesday and Thanksgiving Day as temperatures warm up a little bit. The alert day for tomorrow for about 1 to 3 inches of snow accumulation, perhaps another inch in a few spots on Wednesday, mainly in spotty snow showers. Tonight, a lot of this snow not reaching the ground, but this snow is to our south and to our west across parts of Iowa, and as that snow moves northeastward, it'll overspread much of southern Wisconsin tomorrow. Winter weather advisories for parts of Iowa and Illinois. For the same weather system, the criteria a little bit higher to trigger winter weather advisories in southern Wisconsin, but we're generally looking at about 1 to 2 inches of snow through much of the Midwest. The only exception might be close to Lake Michigan, where winds off the lake might keep it a couple degrees warmer because the lake is still pretty warm relative to the land right now. But again, it'll be a widespread light snowfall, but it'll still cause travel problems. And then as you get into Wednesday of next week, approaching Thanksgiving, a weather system to our south starts to spread some light rain showers, perhaps mixed with some snow Wednesday afternoon into Wednesday night, and then into Thanksgiving Day Thursday. Now, the bulk of the heavier precipitation should stay to our south. Right now, this is showing up as rain on the computer model, but temperatures will be close enough that we could see at least a mixture of rain and snow, so that does bear some watching because that'll be right before the Thanksgiving holiday. So for tomorrow, look for occasional light snow. It'll be cold, high 35. That'll probably be around lunchtime with temperatures holding steady through the afternoon. Planning your day early tomorrow morning. The snow just starting out by 4:30, but watch by 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. We're looking at pretty widespread snow at that point. Temperatures right around freezing, so it'll be cold enough for snow, even close to Lake Michigan, although there temperatures will be a little bit warmer. And then you notice those temperatures in the upper 30s closer to Lake Michigan, where there could be a mixture of rain and snow. Across most of our viewing area, we're looking at light snow with temperatures in the low to mid 30s. That will continue through tomorrow afternoon. And then as we head into tomorrow night, notice the more scattered nature of the snow, just intermittent snow showers. Then again, when you add it all up through Wednesday, probably 1 to 2, maybe locally 3 inches. A few spots could be close to 4 in a heavier band of snow. But after the flurries come through Thursday and Friday, notice the drop in temperatures. Friday and Saturday highs lower 20s, nighttime low temperatures around 10 degrees. In fact, at 9 by Sunday morning, just barely above the record low of 5. And then those temperatures start to rebound next week. But notice as we approach Thanksgiving, that next weather system could see rain and snow showers at that point.
And coming up in sports, Bucks rocking a perfect home record, but a tough opponent comes to town. We have more from the Bucks and Hawks game next.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Right now at Hy-Vee, buy a ham, get a free turkey for your holiday gathering. That's right, buy a ham, get a free turkey. Buy a Hormel Cure 81 boneless ham for only $5.99 a pound. Get a honeysuckle white turkey for free. Only at Hy-Vee.
At Honda, we know you have to drive through the mud if you want to reach the rainbow. Brave the desert before you find the oasis. Conquer the mountain to see how far your dreams can take you. The all-new CR-V and CR-V Hybrid, part of the Honda line of rugged vehicles.
In a recent clinical study, patients using Salonpas patch reported reductions in pain severity, using less or a lot less oral pain medicines, and improved quality of life. That's why we recommend Salonpas. It's good medicine.
An experience as stirring and inspiring as it is joyful, funny, and exuberant. Come From Away, the Broadway musical.
The Internet of Things is evolving, creating the Internet of You. And Spectrum, America's leading internet and mobile provider, is bringing you seamless connectivity across all your devices. Introducing Spectrum One, Spectrum Internet with speeds of 300 megabits, advanced Wi-Fi, and Spectrum Mobile Unlimited, all for just $49.99 a month. Call 833-673-4999. Spectrum Internet delivers speeds up to a gig with over 99.9% network reliability. Advanced Wi-Fi provides enhanced security and privacy that automatically blocks threats to protect all of your devices. And Spectrum Mobile gives you unlimited talk, text, and data with nationwide 5G and the most reliable service coast to coast. Switch now. Call 833-673-4999. At Spectrum, it's not just about connecting things. It's about connecting you. Get it all with Spectrum One, Spectrum Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and one line of Spectrum Mobile Unlimited for $49.99 a month. Call 833-673-4999 or visit a Spectrum store today.
There will always be bumps in the road, but we got guts, America. We got freedom. We got power. We got future. So let's drive on and make the future we want to see together. Because your new Ford vehicle is just the start of a journey. So stop by your Ford dealer today and claim one of the thousands of new Ford trucks and SUVs on their way. We've been building this country for 119 years, but we're just getting started.
Right now at Hy-Vee, buy a ham, get a free turkey for your holiday gathering. That's right, buy a ham, get a free turkey. Buy a Hormel Cure 81 boneless ham for only $5.99 a pound. Get a honeysuckle white turkey for free. Only at Hy-Vee.
Fresh off their Brew City Battle win, Badger men's basketball now turn their focus to in-state rival UW Green Bay. And they expect to see a lot of different Badgers on the court tomorrow night. Greg Gard is still working through his team's depth, who to play, when, and with who. He knows the roles need to be defined soon, but Gard also knows right now is the perfect time of the season to work it all out.
I've got to learn more. You know, I've got to get McGee more minutes. I've got to get Ilver more minutes. You know, I got to get Hodges more minutes. Again, it's part of me learning what they're capable of at this point in time. Part of it's development. You know, they got to keep pushing forward and taking steps forward, whether it's in game action or in practice, because there's, I think, like I said, the depth, we're going to need it, and I think it can be an advantage to us.
Hawks are already proving to be a thorn in the Bucs side in this very young season. 1 week ago, they snapped the franchise's best 9-0 start, and tonight facing each other again. They're tied up early. Jordan Nwora with the go-ahead jam, but Atlanta quickly wakes up. They've got the 1-2 punch of DeAndre Hunter and Trae Young working tonight, and that makes it tough for the Bucs to rally. Giannis finishes with 27 points as Marjon Beauchamp adds a career-high 20. After a long 42 days, the Packers finally get their win, but they aren't relishing in the overtime victory for too long, because just a few days, they have another team coming to Lambeau. The Packers host the Titans for Thursday Night Football, and with the quick turnaround, Matt LaFleur actually just crashed in his office last night to get a jump start today on preparing for Tennessee. Well, his process is going to start with reviewing yesterday's tape.
Obviously correct the mistakes, because there's no such thing as a perfect game, and certainly we made our fair share of mistakes in every phase, but there were a lot of great things as well, and I think that's important, especially with everything our guys have gone through, is to make sure that we show them the things that they did at a high level, and, you know, can we continue to try to build on those as well.
Keanu Benton is Senior Bowl bound. The Badger nose tackle accepted an invite to the 2023 Reese's Senior Bowl, which is set for February 4th in Alabama. Right now, Benton ranks second on the team for sacks with 3 and third on the team for tackles for loss with 6. Now, don't forget to tune into this week's Badger Blueprint. Zach and Jim Polzine will talk about losing the Heartland Trophy, plus getting ready for Nebraska on Saturday. The Blueprint airs Wednesday night during News 3 Now at 10. And Badger Volleyball is staying at number 3 in the latest AVCA Top 25 Coaches poll. The Badgers extended their win streak to 14 matches after sweeping Maryland Saturday night. That comes just 1 day after sweeping Rutgers. Texas still sits atop the rankings with San Diego second. We'll be right back.
This is the 2023 Nissan Pathfinder and Rogue. With a range of drive modes, you can take a Sunday stroll in the least basic of places.
Make no payments until February 2023 on select vehicles.
Right now, score the lowest prices of the year at Brothers Maine. You won't find lower prices anywhere. And enjoy our free delivery. Shop family-owned Brothers Maine's low price guarantee on brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and Amana. Feel like family. Brothers Maine.
They're here. Okay. There's no way we're paying for all those medical bills.
Should we talk about a settlement?
How about we cut the car payments down?
We might want to think about this.
Look, just get them to sign. This offer's more than fair.
Sir, it's the law offices of Hupy and Abraham.
Tell them you mean business. Call 800-800-5678. Hupy and Abraham.
You can handle this one.
National call centers, they're just not the way to go when you can meet with a trusted and knowledgeable Medicare insurance agent from Informed Choice Insurance Agency. Because nobody knows your local hospitals, doctors, and pharmacies like your local Informed Choice Insurance agent.
Dear 2029, we look forward to seeing you. After our 160-point quality assurance inspections, we'll be Toyota certified used vehicles with 7-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranties. Not to honk our own horns, but the best new cars make the best used cars. Yours, Toyota. To learn more about Toyota certified used vehicles, see your local Toyota dealer today. Find yours at toyotacertified.com. Toyota, let's go places.
If you still have symptoms of moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis or active psoriatic arthritis after a TNF blocker like Humira or Enbrel, Rinvoq is different and may help.
Stand up to your symptoms with Rinvoq. Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that tackles pain, stiffness, swelling. For some, Rinvoq significantly reduces RA and PSA fatigue.
It can stop further irreversible joint damage, and Rinvoq can leave skin clear or almost clear in PSA. That's Rinvoq Relief.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers including lymphoma and skin cancer, death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occurred. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Ask your rheumatologist for Rinvoq. Rinvoq. Make it your mission. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
This is the 2023 Nissan Pathfinder and Rogue.
With a range of drive modes, you can take a Sunday stroll in the least basic of places.
Make no payments until February 2023 on select vehicles.
Call for action only on News 3 Now. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Finally tonight, just in time for Ralphie to tell another Christmas story. His home is up for sale, according to a website, ChristmasStoryHouse.com. The house in Cleveland, Ohio, that served as the main setting in the 1983 Christmas classic is going up for sale. No price has been listed. The sale comes as a sequel to the famous movie. It's set to be released very soon. A Christmas Story Christmas premieres on November 17th on HBO Max. I was trying to see if there was a major award in the front window of that place.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't see the leg lamp. That looks a little too modern, right?
Well, and hopefully there's not a pole in the backyard where you can stick your tongue to, because it'll be cold enough for that. Live view from the Edgewater Skycam. No flurries falling here. They show up on radar, but they're staying aloft. That'll change tomorrow. Temperatures right now 31 in McFarland, 34 in Middleton. Rest of southern Wisconsin mainly around freezing. Look for snow to develop by about 4 o'clock tomorrow morning.
All right, Gary, thank you. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.